Welcome everybody. We are dealing with Parsha Lech Lechah, chapter 12, verse 3. And it goes like this. I will bless those who bless you, and him who curses you I will curse. And all the families of the earth shall bless themselves by you. Now keep in mind, in the Hebrew, you'll notice that it's not symmetrical. Symmetrical means A-B, A-B. It's A-B and then B-A. What do I mean? It says, I will bless. God says, I will bless those who bless you. So God's already blessing first those who bless you. And then when it comes to curse, it says, and those who curse you, I will curse. It doesn't say, I will curse those who curse you. Those who curse you, I will curse. Also, in the Hebrew, for curse is two different words. So it's true by the blessing, I will bless those who bless you, so it's A-B. But when it comes to, we already said it's B-A, but it's not even B-A. It's not even, well, it's two different words. Umikalelcha, and I will curse, eror. Those, right? Those who curse you, I will curse, but a different word for curse is used than those cursing you, okay? So let's begin. The Kliyakar says the word Mashalo Nemar Eror Mikalcha. It doesn't say I will curse those who curse you in the same manner that it says I will bless those who bless you. And why is that? So I want you to look at Proverbs chapter 16, verse 1. The preparations of the heart are man's. What goes on inside of our minds and our hearts, we are the ones that arrange it. What does that mean? Kodem shemoitzi eze dibor min hasafa v'lachutz. Before any words come out of our mouths, out of our lips and outward, what's happening? Gihu, the person is maricho techila belev, umachshavto. It's first arranged in the mind, in the heart, the yidua, and it's known. Okay, these are, whenever he says it's well known, it means it's well known to us. That what? That God takes positive thoughts and he is, I'm going to say, he injects himself. He connects the mind to the action. He's involved. He's a partner. He's involved. And I'm going to tell you now, if you're constantly thinking good thoughts, you're in a good place. That means you're with God all the time. Now I'm going to tell you another secret that us Jews speak about often. That if you want to do a mitzvah and you make the preparations to do the mitzvah, but for some reason you never get around to doing it, something prevented you from doing it, you get credit. Because Hashem, this is what the words say, it's well known. Shalatova Kadosh Baruch Hu mitztaref machshav l'maisa. He's mitztaref. He is involved. He is connected, and he connects. That's mitzaref. He actually connects the thought to the action as if the action already happened. Ava machshav ra. But if it comes to a bad thought, Hakadosh Baruch Hu does not weld together. He does not connect the thought to the action. He's not involved. He's far from it. Can you imagine a bad thought? Where's Hashem? Now, what did King David say regarding this? Look in Psalm 66, verse 18. David says, Ovon, that's sin, Imri iti belibi, if I see it or perceive it in my heart, Lo yishma Adonai. God does not hear it. Clear as mud. Okay, we're just laying some groundwork here. Now, in Isaiah 65, verse 24, it says, Terem yikra'u, before they call out, v'ani aneh, I answer. It's Isaiah 65, verse 24. When they have not yet called, before they even speak, I already answer. Do you see where we're connecting all these ideas here? Lefi shekoidem she'adam moitzei mepiv she'elato b'kashato. Even before a man utters a word of his requests or his needs, kavar haya machashe belibo, he already has that thought in his heart, levakesh al kacha, to make such a request. Therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Yanehu mishmei kadsho kodem sheyikra. God already answers from his holy abode before you call out. This comes to exclude, to eliminate basar vadam, a human being who would make such a request from his friend. How would his friend ever know that he has a need? Tzarik lefaresh b'safatav. He needs to explicitly say it. Because who knows the hearts of man? Only HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Ki ein adam yodea masha belibo shel chavero. Because a human being does not know what's in the heart of his friend. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, who's boichein libois, he is the examiner of hearts. Mimale kol mishalos libo. He's the only one that can fulfill all of the requests of the heart, as it says in Psalms chapter 20, verse 5. Did I copy that here? Well, I have it here. This is, may he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill your every plan. Yitein lecha kilvavecha. And also it says in Proverbs chapter 16 verse 1, which we already read, La'adam me'archei lev u'me'Hashem me'yanei lasha. It's from Hashem, to the man is the arrangement of the heart, that's the first part, but it's from Hashem who comes the tongue's reply. So what does that mean? He's going to ask the famous question that most people ask, right? The big difference between many other religions and Judaism. And I have someone sitting on my right. You can't see him right now. But he's one of those guys that witnessed Jews praying, rocking back and forth, and moving their lips. Very strange. Very strange. Actually, this comes now to this verse that comes the tongue's reply from Hashem, because if it's really true what we're saying, that God will fulfill the requests after it was already arranged in the heart of man, if that's the case, then why in the world would God command us to pray with our lips? Tefillah b'peh. Why would we have a need to move our lips? So regarding this, that's why it says, and it's from Hashem who answers the tongue. It says tongue, but it really means language. When we say lashon, it doesn't only mean the tongue; it means speech. It's only after it's from Hashem. He's the one who answers speech. It says in the verse. You may arrange everything in your heart and in your mind, but you want God to answer your prayers? Then you better move your lips.
Is that why the Shmoni Yisrael says what it says?
That's why we have to move our lips and Shema and Shema Esrei. Ki zeh matat Hashem. This is a gift from God that He's giving the reply of the lips of man, of the tongue of man. It's a gift. It's only granted when you do that. As Chazal say. Ready for this? This is unbelievable. We all know that our foremothers, we happen to have had foremothers, but all of our great mothers of the past, HaKadosh Baruch Hu mitavel l'tfilatan shel tzadikim, that God desires the prayers of the righteous. Lefi shenimshela eitzel Hashem Yisbarach kayeled shashuim eitzel aviv. You know what it's like? It's compared to, we compare God, it's comparative by God as if you were talking about a very excited and happy child making all kinds of requests from his father. When he makes a request from his father, even though the father knows what the son needs, the father wants to hear it. He's excited by his son talking to him. Nevertheless, the father wants that the son tell the father, it should come out of his mouth what his request is. Because the father himself is made happy. The father himself is excited by the dibur of a tav shel ben, when the son is explaining his needs. This is what God is saying to Israel. Hishmi'oni es kolech. Let me hear your voice. Let me hear your voice. Ki kolech arev legeshisli. Because your voice is pleasant when it comes to me. And I have two verses to look at to see how that is expressed. One is in Song of Songs, chapter 2, verse 14. And the other one is in Jeremiah 30, verse 21. So we see in Song of Songs, chapter 2, verse 14, my dove, in the clefts of the rock, in the coverture of the steps, show me your appearance. You know, the Song of Songs, it's a love story between God and Israel. Let me hear your voice, he says, for your voice is pleasant and your appearance is comely. And then in Jeremiah 30, verse 21, and their prince shall be from them, and their ruler shall emerge from their midst, and I shall bring him near, and he shall approach me. There's a concept of approaching. For who is it who pledged his heart to approach me? There has to be some action. It's not just in the heart. Okay, some action on our side. Ein Hashem Yisbarach rotzu lehitnaheg imanu kederech hasarim u'malchei basar v'dam. God does not want to deal with us the way that many politicians and ministers in the government deal with people. She'ein manichim l'daber b'fneihem harbe. They don't want to hear you talk so much. They want to do all the talking, you know. They get the sound bites. So when you approach them, a minister, you start to open your mouth. I know what you need already. You know, go speak to my, lower assistant. Stop wasting my time. I mean, you can imagine, right? What do you need to talk to me? So a minister of flesh and blood, usually, and there are exceptions. We see that the present president of the United States, the 45th president, may be a little different. He's a little different in a lot of ways. But anyway. So the ministers don't allow you to speak so much. Miyad kasher yavinu kavanat hashoel. Immediately, as soon as they understand what the person is asking them, you know what they say to them? Katser devarecha. Cut your words short. I've heard enough. Kalei midbartecha v'tzei. Finish whatever you have to say and leave. of the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but when it comes to the Holy One, blessed be He, bechazdo, in His mercy and kindness, Eino King. He isn't like that. And we can see this in Psalms chapter 21, verse 3. King David says, you gave him your heart's desire, tavat libo natatalo. I'm getting goosebumps. And the speech of his lips you have never withheld. V'areshet sefatav ba ma'anta sela. Afach pikain, nevertheless, right? Even though you desire the lips, right? You gave him his heart's desire. The speech of his lips you have never withheld. Because you know how we are in the sight of God? We are like an excited child and a very precious son. And this is what it means. Even though before you call out, I already answer. Nevertheless, the rest of the verse says, before they had yet spoken, Ani eshma, I hear. He still wants to hear, and he's beyond time. Kilo menati mehem areshet sifotehem. I will not hold back the movement of their lips. He will be moved. And I know prayer works. I know it.
Amen. Amen.
V'zoshnamar. Now we understand also when it said, Avan im re'iti belibi, when King David said in Psalm 66:18, had I perceived iniquity in my heart, the Lord would not have listened. V'shematomar shagam le'inyan hatova hu kain. Maybe that's also by the good, right? Why is it only by the bad? That's why it says in the next verse, look at 19. But God heard, He hearkened to the voice of my prayer. Ki etzel tefila ein hadavar kain, ela shomea b'kol tefilati, af al pi she'adayin lo hotzeti dibur mipi. So, and that's why it says, I will bless those who bless you, because He's already blessing you. Ki hamivarech otcha choshe ba b'libo. He's already blessing you what you're thinking about in your heart before you even mention the words. Umakshava toiva, good thoughts are chashuva kamaaseh, are already considered actions. Therefore, Therefore, God's already going to bless the person before it even comes out of his mouth. But when it comes to curse, it doesn't work like that. But rather, those who curse you, that means after they already uttered the curse from their mouths, then He'll curse the person. But not before it came out of their mouths. Because this bad ideas, bad thoughts, HaKadosh Baruch Hu does not combine and make a connection with. Okay, then he brings another idea. Tam acher ledavar. Lefisha eno doime meirik mikli male v'gdush lemeirik mikli chaser. Okay. I needed 2 cups. Hand me 2 empty cups. Okay. Watch this, guys. You got 2 empty cups. If this cup is half full, and this cup is full, and we say this is a kosher bracha, a cup of blessing, which is greater? Obviously, the overflowing cup. Correct? It's overflowing cup. You don't have to worry, is it half full or half empty? It's overflowing. There's no question there's a better blessing. Now, in the blessing of the priest, the high priest, not the high priest, the priest, every day, okay, in Israel, in Chutz La'aretz, outside the land, they only make these blessings on the holidays. Do you know that the leader of the congregation, the leader of the prayer service, when he's doing his repetition, he says these words. He feeds them one word at a time. And the Kohanim bless us one word at a time. It's the craziest thing. Everyone knows the bracha Kohanim because we bless our children every Friday night. And it could be when you go to sleep at night, you want to say, there's so many times. In the morning we say it, Birkas HaTorah. I mean, who doesn't know the Birkas Kohanim by heart? And the Kohanim who say it every day. So why would you need to feed him the words? Because you don't. You're blessing him. You're blessing the Kohanim that they should have a full cup, right? If they start out with a cup that's not so full. So you, the leader of the prayer service, you're blessing them so they should have an overflowing cup. So then they're turning around and blessing the people with an overflowing cup.
Wow.
Okay?
Beautiful.
So listen to the words. Since you cannot compare pouring out an empty cup to a full cup, you just can't compare that. So we see in the blessings of the Kohanim, where it says in the verse in Numbers chapter 6, verse 23, speak to Aaron and his sons, saying, this is how you shall bless the children of Israel, saying to them, Amor lehem, you should say to them, the Shliach Tzibur should say first to the Kohen, Yevarechecha Hashem, may Hashem bless you. Because the Shliach Tzibur, this person leading the prayer service, is acting as an intermediary between God and the Kohanim. And he's the one who says first to the Kohen, God should bless you. Umorid olav shefa, and comes down onto the Kohanim, a tremendous amount of providence. Derech hatzinoros, the way of the flow. Kadesh Kohen kli male, so that the Kohen should be a full overflowing vessel, birchat Hashem, through the blessing of God. The acherchach yarik Kohen min kli male al Yisrael, and only afterwards the Kohen then pours out his blessing from a full cup onto the Jewish people. Ki az chala ha-bracha biyoter, because then the bracha, the blessing, is even more applicable. Kishahamashpia nimtza bo ha-bracha be'etzem v'rishona, when the influence is found in through them first, meaning the person blessing, and then onto the Kohanim. The Kohanim are blessed first, and then they're able to bless the people. Because how can someone who's not blessed himself bless others? That's why it says, I will bless those who bless you, that even before you bless, I'm blessing first. Kadesha kli male, so you should be a full vessel of the blessings of God and pour them out as if you're pouring out from a full overflowing vessel. But when it comes to the curses, you can't relate to that at all. That's why it says, those who curse you, I will curse, in that order and not the other way around. Now here's another interesting idea. We're just chock full of different interesting ideas. I'm so glad that this is the Parsha this week. I can really relate.
Me too.
And from what it says, now there's one yud, mivarechecha lashon rabim. It's, as we said, I will bless those who bless you, plural. When it comes umikalelcha, it's lashon yachid. I will curse him who curses you. Now let's see how they translate it. Look at the English. I will bless those who bless you, and him who curses you. So they translated it correctly. But you didn't pick that up. Nobody picks that up. You guys picked it up now. I will bless those, plural, because many people will bless you. But when it comes to cursing, the masses will not curse you. Individuals will curse you. And you know what kind of individuals? Muktzim upchutim, the very degraded and inferior ones. like Nimrod and his entourage. Shabbat ledatam etzel kol adam. So when it comes to individuals, it's like nothing. So the curses will not affect you. When the masses bless you, that has an effect. But individuals, like, in kashrus law, right? When you have a majority, that's really what determines whether something's kosher or not. In many cases, 50-50. But, of course, we know that if it's a very small amount, 1 in 60, even rabbinically, it's nothing. You can eat it. It might even be a mitzvah because it's a waste of food. It's not kosher. Like 1 drop of milk went into your whole cholent or your chicken soup. You're going to throw it away? No. There are laws. You learn the laws and you find out. So little things are, we call batal. Nothing, void. So here in the blessings, I will bless those who bless you. The masses will bless you. It has an effect. Comes to the individuals, doesn't have an effect. You like that?
I love it. Baruch Hashem.
I'm just speaking for the camera, guys. Okay, so I wish everyone a Shabbat Shalom and looking forward to seeing you next week. Okay, there you go.
Shama Shir Shir